Hi, my name is Miguel.
Hi, I'm Gracinha.
Together we both own Viterbo Interior Design.
And we were invited by Quintela Penalva Knight Frank to show you the potential of the design of this amazing property. Come with us.
Let's go. Welcome. So here we are in this beautiful house located in Quinta da Marinha. Quinta da Marinha, if you don't know, it's one of the most prestigious areas in Cascais. It's a beautiful and quiet location to live. This house was originally from the 90s, but it undergone an amazing renovation, very contemporary with all the modern amenities. And I would love to hear, Gracinha, what's your opinion on each area? How would you design each area and for today's living, modern living? And I would love to hear your feedback, and I'm sure people watching us will also want to hear what you have to say. So here we are on the main entrance.
Yeah, so the entrance is exactly that. I love this house and I love how it was renovated with a visual continuity, lots of natural light. For a designer, that's the perfect setting for a great design project. One thing I love about this entrance, it's square. And it's very rare to find a square entrance, and you can really make an entrance in this kind of space and shape. Another thing I love about it is the big door. I think people forget how doors are important. You make an entrance, you get home. It's where everything begins, not where everything ends. So the fact that we are arriving and we have a great space to work with, either with a round table, with like a star piece, kind of decorative ceiling lamp, or create space and have a side cabinet or something that where we can leave like a sculptural kind of piece or a huge piece of art. I think we have different ways of dealing with this room depending on the client, because we really have to talk to them and understand how they live. Do they have kids? Do they have dogs, cats, birds? Do they like space, or are they collectors? And this is kind of the perfect setting, the perfect space to start that story.
Which way do you want to go first? The living room or the kitchen?
Well, first of all, let me tell you that these metal framed transparent doors give us much more depth and let the light into this hallway, which I love. But I always like to go directly to the living room, although the kitchen is the heart of the house. Yes. But let's go this way.
Let's go. We're going in the living area, Gracinha. So I love this fireplace, but how would you envision this space? More for relaxation, entertaining, working, the three of them? How would you envision this amazing space?
Depends on who's going to buy the house. So just, you know, as a good exercise, creative exercise, I see that this house has been opened. So there's an open plan kind of living. And I really feel like going deeper into that mood, into the design. So it's really relaxed. You can just go barefoot from inside out. I can see the garden all the way through, all the spaces. There's visual continuity, outdoor, indoor, creating this connection to nature. So I really feel that in terms of design, it should be as relaxed and cool and also connected to nature as the architecture has been in the renovation.
I love the natural light of the house also, because the whole house has a lot of light. Would you give it a little bit more color to the house, or then again you would ask the clients briefing regarding color? But I would love to hear your professional opinion regarding color.
I don't necessarily use the fireplace as the centerpiece of a living area, and I think some people get really stuck in having a plan directed to the fireplace. And I think this kind of L-shaped big living area directed to the garden makes more sense. So I would think of a plan that would give me the versatility to use this space in many ways.
Yes.
But not with lots of little, like I call it, mushroom kind of furniture. Really like big pieces that would make the space look, you know, more uniform in terms of flow. So not looking at small sofas, I'm looking at a huge piece, comfortable, with reading corner, but really more directed to the outside than necessarily to the inside.
Okay, awesome. So now we're going to the dining room, and I love the flow that we have between the living room and the dining room. Personally, I think for entertaining, this house is amazing because you have a direct connection, plus you have the exterior here. I imagine some amazing parties and get-togethers that the people who buy this house will be able to offer their friends and family. But I'm very curious, how would you organize this dining room? How many people do you think could have sit here together?
Off the top of my head, and you know me, I like to give the clients one or two different, one standard kind of layout, more safe, and another risky one, like the glitch in the matrix kind of layout, which is always pushing the client further and looking at the space in a new way. And I would see not one, but two dining tables here, which I think it's fun to host with two dining tables. And we can either get them together when we have a big group, we can separate if we want, like kids and parents, or we can use it in many ways, even so that people don't use dining rooms just for hosting anymore, and they're very living areas of a house. You can also have a banquette here against the wall with a fun kind of fluid table. So I see it like at least 3 possibilities for layouts here, which is a lot of fun that I would have doing this layout. But also plants. I see plants in this house would work very well, and I hope the people who actually buy it will bring the garden in, and we can really use you know, the beauty and life of real plants inside the house as well.
On to the kitchen, Gracinha. Again, it's all interconnected. It's very practical for today's modern living. It's the flow is really amazing of this house. But I was wondering, Gracinha, in your opinion, how would you make this space more versatile?
Well, I love the idea of the open kitchen, and it's very much what people love nowadays. But also giving clients the idea of possibility of living a space in different ways is necessary sometimes. Maybe creating a screen, a movable screen that can actually be bespoke by an artist, by an artisan, a very interesting material, see-through. It can even be like a bespoke piece of art that can slide and create something new around here. Could give us the possibility of connecting and having the open kitchen, or on a day that we really don't want to see all the dirty dishes and we really want to just keep the flow just in the living area, close it and organize it in another way. I have a very interesting space here. Not necessarily for another table, as we just talked, for maybe 2 tables in the dining room that can be joined or not. But why not a bar? Why not like a freestanding bar that can also serve as a high table for breakfast if it's a family, a more oriented kind of living, or both. You know, it can serve as a bar and a fun place to be, or a high table for breakfasts, or a smaller kind of hosting, sushi, breakfast, anything.
Okay. How would you personalize this area, Gracinha, to a family?
To fit,
To fit their needs, their tastes. How would you put some creativity in this area?
Well, we're very lucky in this house because all the materials, all this renovation has been exquisite. So the idea is really how to make it theirs, right? And they feel home, not in a house, but in a home. And I really love to talk to the clients, to understand where they are, where they're coming from, where they're going. Each home is a chapter. Off the top of my head, again, I love ceilings, and I think ceilings are always fun in kitchens. Kitchens are the heart of the home, and why not have an artist paint like a graffiti or a word or something bespoke that has a connection to the clients. So this would be after talking to them, but really instead of having just a contemporary kitchen, making it elevate by having something bespoke on the ceiling.
Like something that resonates to their family traditions
exactly.
or their
values,
where they come from, or
aesthetics.
Yes, I love that idea. I think that would really make a huge impact on the family's vibe and feeling like they're home.
Exactly, you got it.
So we're coming from the main entrance towards a big area here that looks like a bit the center of the house where there are the rooms. You have a space here that could be either a media room or a family room or an office. I would love to hear what would you do in this space here that for me it looks hard in terms of layout, but it's a beautiful and amazing space that you can do a lot of things, but I have no idea what would you do here. With my business mind, which is my responsibility at Viterbo, I would love to hear what your creative mind would, or how would you organize this area?
Well, that's the best part when we partner with Quintela Penalva Knight Frank, is that we can come in and really give a vision of the potential of a space, of a home, and the many ways that it can be lived.
Yes.
I love these kind of hallways in the middle of bedrooms and rooms because they're really flexible in terms of space. In this case, there's a total open plan and flow that is a little bit, there's a few boundaries, but they're transparent, like the glass doors. But this can become either a reading space, a kind of like toning down before going into the rooms or waking up in the morning. It can be a more private kind of space for the family because it's not totally connected to the big living room.
Yes.
In case this room on the side can be a family room, more private, and the other one with the fireplace can be the big room where they host and where they get, or if you have kids, you can have more of a media room when you want to watch a movie, and the other one is a more relaxed space. We can use it in so many ways, and this one can extend to be either a playroom, it can be like a reading space or an open office if you want.
Yes.
It can also be a more meditative kind of space where you can either like meditate, do yoga. It can be such an interesting space to look at, depending again on who is going to live here. I think that makes all the difference.
Yes, because it's an amazing area here and you can do a lot of things here.
Yeah, definitely. Great aspect of a swivel door.
Yeah, I love it.
Can open both ways.
And it's very light to open and close. Very practical. So this room, Gracinha, do you think this would be more like an office, mixed use, a media room, family room?
It can be anything. It looks to me that it's more of like a family room, TV room, right? It can also become an amazing office. You're connected to the garden. So we can look at it in many ways, depending on how the rituals go. In each family and each buyer is different, but at least we have the flexibility of having a more private room that we can work with. It's still connected to the garden, which I think is really a main attraction to the house and this flow inside out. But also it's cozy You have light on both ways, but you feel it's cozy. So it's really, there's a lot of flexibility in this room.
And what about these plugs? How would you disguise these plugs? For me personally, I'm not a fan to see so many plugs in a house, but they need to exist, obviously. How would you disguise these plugs here in this room? What would you do?
We can design a new cabinetry for it. We can choose a really cool type of furniture to hide it. Like also thinking of beautiful art, because it is a home that is very, I think, elusive to art, because we have huge walls and it's transparent and it flows. So I'm here looking outside, I can see all these blank walls that are calling, I think, where color comes in, or texture, in these layers of art that can come in.
So one of the most amazing parts of living in Portugal is this amazing weather that we have here in Portugal. And we have this amazing space here. This is a long pool. People who love swimming have this amazing pool here. Nevertheless, you have to organize this space, right, Gracinha? And how would you organize here? Would you have a barbecue somewhere to have some barbecue outside?
Of course,
some
you're
lounge
talking about
chairs.
a barbecue, yeah.
How would you organize this space? Because you have so many different options here, and you have the landscaping also is beautiful, and all the natural materials that there was used in the house. How would you blend everything here in the space?
I would love to bring the flow that the house has inside out. So creating an outside living. Maybe we can't have a sunken sofa, but we can actually play with the idea of a sunken sofa with a fire pit.
Oh, wow.
The barbecue,
Yes.
the dining table. I think everything is doable in this space. I don't know if there's a family interested, even like a little tree house, playhouse over there, or maybe even a cabana over the shade. That can be really, really cool to look at, but also like have a siesta or enjoy a book in the garden. I also see sculpture.
Oh,
I think it would be really interesting with this kind of architecture to have some kind of sculpture or the sound of water.
Yes.
So kind of like a contemporary kind of fountain. That just you can hear the water along with the birds and along with all the sounds that we hear around here. So I think it's a versatile space. It doesn't necessarily need structure.
Yes.
It needs to get the same flow as the inside, and different moments for different types of times of the day, especially the sun.
Yes.
The sun can get really, really hot even in winter, and might have some shade here so that you can enjoy it with some shade as well.
And the good thing about this area, it's connected to the living room, to the dining room, and you can have an amazing entertaining here in this amazing area over here. I love it.
Yeah. It's really, really beautiful.
On to the master room. So this master room has a special format, but it was very well solved, in my opinion, in terms of functionality. With this centerpiece here that I suppose is to put the bed there. What special feature would you add on to this space?
The bed.
Do you need a bed here?
Yeah, maybe. No, I mean, this is very clever, you know. It really creates a lighter room. The lighting is well solved. Really a huge bed. I think a rug, beautiful rug that creates comfort. And in this case, curtains. I think curtains would bring kind of that sheer, transparent mood that you want in a room. So I would work with texture in this room. It's light, it's airy, it's fresh. It needs texture, it needs just an add-on of comfort and layers. And that's how I would see this, because everything is ready to go.
Yeah, especially because you have access directly outside to the garden, which is really good if you want to meditate outside.
Yeah.
You can just jump right out and meditate.
Or go jump in the pool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you can also go in the bathroom. I love the idea that the bathroom is not completely glued to the bed. If they would have let the bed there, imagine someone would be taking a shower and you would be listening to the sound of the water, which can be uncomfortable. So if someone is still sleeping. So I love to have a different kind of layout, loose layout, that can give you flexibility and can give you a new type of living space.
Yes. And would you personalize the closet? Would you add any special feature to the closet?
You know me all too well. So yes, I would. For many reasons. Acoustics. Acoustics is important in a room. So I talked about the rug.
Yes.
I would love to see texture in these doors. So maybe kind of like a soie sauvage, a savage silk raw, because we're talking nature and natural materials that can actually leave the exact same design. It's beautiful, and I love how it has openings, but add on a little bit of texture. It would just give it that twist I like.
I would say, Gracinha, one of the biggest challenges of renovating a house is to, in terms of architecture and interior design, is to design a house that fits everyone's taste, which is also almost impossible, right? But still, what we see is that when you have noble materials and we have very good brands in the bathrooms and in the kitchen, it makes all the difference, and this is the case here. We see noble materials, we see the brands chosen here as Duravid.
Yes, the renovation was made with top-notch quality, and I think Quintela and Penalva Knight Frank are also offering something that has the perfect base. What we can add on to the value of real estate in terms of design is really personalize it in terms of living for the client. This bathroom is amazing. You know, you have everything. You have the island bathtub, you have a huge shower. We would bring in the amenities, the little details that will bring, you know, the comforts. Maybe, you know, some people love to have the armchair, the day bed, and create a total like little comfortable mood of like a spa wellness kind of place inside a huge bathroom like this.
Yes. And what do you think adding an outside shower? Would that work?
That's an amazing idea. You say you're all numbers, but you're creative too. I love that, because the extension to the outside, exactly here through this window, with the fruit trees outside, can be just really, really delicious.
The landscaping here is amazing. The owner kept the fruit trees, the original fruit trees. Nowadays, sustainability is something that is very important, and they kept all that the original fruit trees of the original house, which was amazing that they managed to keep it. But still, would you add any features here, because the garden is
we could run 100 meters.
Awesome. True, it's very long.
It's long.
Yes.
I think we can think about a veggie garden. Again, I think people are looking for little nooks in their garden where they can escape to. Sometimes are their kids, a mud kitchen somewhere if they're kids, so they can play outside, but also like wellness kind of features. Maybe a sauna and an ice bath could be interesting near the master bathroom, so that you can extend the experience of the wellness of the master bathroom to the outside, and the idea of in and out that we have in the living area could also be projected to this side of the house. Something to think about.
Yeah. So the tour is over, Gracinha. Tell me, what's your favorite word again?
Emptiness,
Why?
because it's the beginning of everything.